Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're a new listener. Hope you guys are having a good day, hope you're having fun wherever you are in the world. If you guys don't mind, if you go on to enjoy today's episode, please do a massive favour, please like, subscribe and comment, helps a bunch, really shows support and really helps my channel out along the way. I'm going to be talking about the Formula 1 news that recently came out about Lewis Hamilton leaving Team Mercedes at the end of 2024 and then joining Team Fearrai at the beginning of 2025. So please tune in and hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. And with that being said, let's actually get on with today's episode. I would not call myself a petrol head, someone who's very interested in cars, and I'm not someone who really follows Formula 1 all that much. I have watched a bit of Formula 1 in the past. I really enjoyed it for the most part. I did try to watch last year's season, the 2023 season, but I didn't actually follow through with it. I got bored and just decided to not watch it again, as you do. But I am, however, a big fan of the Drive to Survive Netflix documentary, which they normally do. An inside look at the world of Formula 1, which I thought was really fascinating and really great in terms of details. And they do it every year. When I saw the news regarding Lewis Hamilton at the end of 2024 going into 2025, leaving his team of Mercedes, who he's been with for a long time now, and then moving to Ferrari, the other rival team, I was very shocked by that news. I was very intrigued about the decision on his part to want to move from Mercedes and go into another team at this stage in his career. So I found that very interesting. But with that being said, some Formula 1 fans are convinced they actually saw this coming, that it was hidden in plain sight. So hopefully this article will dive into that a little bit. The legendary British Formula 1 driver sent shockwaves through the sporting world earlier this week after it was announced he would be leaving Mercedes and is set to join forces with Ferrari. Fans didn't know what to think over the news, which was officially confirmed by Mercedes themselves, who Hamilton has been with for over a decade, and it probably goes down as the biggest driver move in the sport's history. I'm very curious to know what any of you guys think, if you're like Formula 1 diehard fans that is. What you think about this move. Is it a good move? Is it a bad move? Let me know your thoughts. This decision has led to supporters and critics alike looking for clues over when and where the move came from, given it unfolded seemingly out of the blue within a 24-hour window. The news about Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes and going to Ferrari did come about like a random story out of nowhere, within a 24-hour window, because that's what it seemed like. There was no speculation leading up to this announcement. There was no rumours flying around about Lewis Hamilton potentially leaving. I'm sure if you were to ask anybody ahead of time if you feel like Lewis Hamilton will leave Mercedes and join another team at the end of 2024, they'll probably tell you to get stuffed. They're like, no, what are you on about? He will never leave Mercedes. He earns too much money from Mercedes. He's a poster boy sort of thing. He's their biggest driver. Why would he leave Mercedes? But when the news about Lewis Hamilton actually came out, everybody lost their minds, as you'd probably expect. And of course, like in any situation, the conspiracy theories are out and standing tall given the absurdity that comes along with them. God bless conspiracy theories. They're always out there somewhere, and they're always around when you least expect them. One day before Hamilton's shock announcement, Ferrari and Pernani announced a new partnership between the two. It saw the brands Pernani Nastro Arossaro 0.0 enter into a multi-year deal with the Scuderia Ferrari and Ferrari Challenge Turfero Pernani series. I probably butchered all of that, so I do apologise once again. Some fans are convinced that an image advertising the partnership was hiding in plain sight, which I guess would be this image right here. Again, I don't really see any conspiracy theories popping out of my head right now, given this picture. Maybe I'm not looking close enough, maybe I'm missing some bigger details. So if I am, then obviously please let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to know your thoughts. In the advert, Formula 1 fans spotted a little red racing car, which would be this one right here, lying next to the bottle of alcohol. The numbers slapped across the car are 44. and what is Hamilton's famously known driver number? And good old Twitter has a lot of people sharing their opinions on this situation, which is always fun. You gotta love when people share their opinions on Twitter. Sometimes you're gonna get really intelligent people sharing their opinions. Some you're gonna get really dopey people sharing their opinions. Sometimes it's better not to say anything at all. That way then you're considered one of the smart fans in a sense. But the red 44 car, Pinoli tried to tell us. Another person wrote, "Well played, Pinoli and Ferrari, well played. None of us noticed the hashtag 44 until today." A third added, "If that wasn't a mini clue to Lewis Hamilton switching to the reds in Formula 1, then I don't know what is." Others were a little less cynical, with one fan saying it's just a coincidence, which it very well could be. But loyal fan base, when he sees something that doesn't quite look right or stands out a little bit more than he should, they're going to go balls to the walls in terms of their conspiracy theories, and they're going to be convinced no matter what that this is an Easter egg, so to speak. Any clue to Lewis Hamilton switching to the reds in Formula 1, then I don't know what is. Others were a little less cynical, with one fan saying it's just a coincidence, which it very well could be. But with any good loyal fan base, when he sees something not quite... With any good loyal fan base, when he sees something that doesn't quite look right or stands out a little bit more than it probably should, they're going to go conspiracy to the walls. They're going to go balls to the walls in terms of their conspiracy theories, and they're going to be convinced no matter what that this is an Easter egg, so to speak. Actually, on this occasion, nothing to do with Hamilton. Instead, it refers to French Formula 1 driver Missouri Trintignant. If I got that right, which I probably haven't. That's the episode of this podcast. I get nothing right in terms of the words I'm pronouncing. Back in 1955, he drove the Ferrari 625, the car in the advert, to victory at the World Championship. Trintignant's racing number was 44, so you can see a little bit of a coincidence right here. But the timing of this is just incredible. They would have to imagine no one's going to guess this. They're going to put out a sponsorship. Not many people are going to think too much into it. Oh, number 44. Yeah, that's a nod to the French Ferrari driver Missouri. And not many people are going to think too much of it. Cool, that's a good tribute to him. Where you go? And then in their minds, the people of Ferrari, yeah, that's for you to know. But also, there's another Easter egg there, which we're not going to say anything about until, it comes time to announce it, which obviously happened. Good old Ferrari, a little tongue-in-cheek playing with the fans a little bit, in my opinion. Now, this is where things get interesting, because we actually hear from Lewis Hamilton himself. Speaking after signing his deal with Ferrari, which starts in 2025, Hamilton said, "We dream every day of being the best, and we have dedicated the past decade together to achieving that goal." Speaking about being with Mercedes. Being at the top does not happen overnight. No, it does not. Or over a short period of time. It takes commitment, hard work, and dedication, and it's been an honour to earn our way into the history books with this incredible team. We have never been hungrier to win. We have learned from every success. We have also learned from every setback. We continue to chase our dreams. We continue to fight no matter the challenge, and we will win again. I'm grateful to the team who have supported me both on and off the track. Our story isn't finished. We are determined to achieve one more together, and we won't stop until we do. The 2024 Formula 1 season begins in March, next month, in Bahrain. So unfortunately, it doesn't really go into detail about why exactly Lewis Hamilton left Team Mercedes and what was the motivation behind leaving Team Mercedes. Was it money? Was it needing a new change of pace? Was it just trying to do something different in terms of his career? He's 39 years old now. And to me, that's quite young. But in terms of the world of racing, that might mean something different. It is what it is, I suppose. So maybe he feels like he needs to challenge himself a little bit. Maybe he feels like he's lost the spark a little bit. So he's ready to challenge himself. If that means going to a different team, then it means going to a different team. Personally, I don't think it's anything to do with money. Maybe it is, who knows. Because I feel like You know, the guy's loaded and he's set for life. You know, given it all the years that he's been with Mercedes and how far and how many championships he's won with Mercedes and how many, you know, championships Mercedes has won altogether with Lewis Hamilton, if that makes sense. I'm an outsider in terms of this world, the Formula 1 world, so who knows. I think it's more of like he wants to challenge himself a little bit. Maybe he doesn't have much faith in terms of Mercedes. Maybe he feels like his future isn't with Mercedes and he's better off going somewhere else. Maybe there's a fallout between him and the captain of Team Mercedes. You never know. Things happen behind the scenes, as we do see on the Drive to Survive documentary. Either way, this is very interesting news. Lewis Hamilton has become arguably either the most hated or the most beloved person on the internet right now in terms of the world of Formula 1 because of this news. I've always heard mixed things about Lewis Hamilton as a race car driver. I've heard a lot of good things about him, I've heard lots of good things about him. You know, people think he's phoning it in, he doesn't really care, blah blah blah, you know, the usual sort of stuff you would hear about a performer of some sorts. Either way, I'm sure this is not going to be the last we hear about Lewis Hamilton this year, especially with Formula 1 starting to begin in March. I'm very curious to see how well he does, if he can bring Mercedes to another championship at the end of this year, or whether or not he leaves on a not so good high and ends up losing. I do like, however, there is some drama going into the Formula 1 2024 season so far. You know, with Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes at the end of 2024 and going to Team Fearrai. I like this little bit of controversy slash excitement going into the season. That's always interesting to see how that plays out. But I'm very curious to know your guys' thoughts. Are you excited to hear about Lewis Hamilton leaving Team Mercedes and then joining Team Fearrai in 2025? Do you care? Are you going to support him either way? Please let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for the season of Formula 1 this year? Who are you rooting for? What are you hoping to see? And overall, just let me know your thoughts on Formula 1 in general. How you feel about the sport, your favourite moment from the sport. If you enjoyed today's episode or you have any thoughts on today's episode, then please let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, thank you all for listening. Until next time, take care, stay safe, have a good rest of your day, and take care. See you guys next time. Bye bye.